Apex Legends, a game with such tremendous movement. So many different legends, all armed to the teeth with unique abilities. Not one is the same as the last. With all of these options, which one can really be crowned the #1 movement legend? What's going on, everybody? We're gonna be doing a movement legend Apex tier list today. I'm here with my boy Wavy.
Yo.
Wavy's one of the better movement controller players that I know, so I feel like he's gonna have some pretty good input. So the first legend we're starting out with is Ballistic. I think me and Wavy talked about this earlier. We're gonna be putting him in D tier.
He just doesn't really have anything as far as movement goes.
Yeah, as far as movement goes, there's not really a whole lot besides the holster weapon passive. It's just not enough to be considered like a top tier movement legend.
And good legend's just not, as far as movement goes, he's not really up there.
100%. Next one, we got Ashe. Honestly, with her portal, she could go crazy.
Her ult can be pretty useful. So like really, that's really all she brings to the table as far as movement goes. Me personally, I would probably put it like B tier.
D tier is what I was thinking as well. Because she can move around a little bit. Her hitbox is kind of big, but you can disengage and re-engage in gunfights like pretty easily. But the only thing that would be her downfall, people can take the portal as well. With that being said, I think B tier is a fair estimate for Ashe. Alright, our next legend, we got Bangalore. I think as a Bangalore main myself, I think Bangalore would be an S tier legend. She can disengage from fights fairly easily with smoke, but as soon as she gets shot at while you're running, you have that double time as well, which does make her faster than Octane. I know there are some faster legends, so I think I'm gonna put her in A for now.
I think A is fair. That double time can be huge. It can get you out of a bad situation and it can put you in a great situation all at the same time. And it's a passive. You don't have to use an ability for it. There is no cooldown. A tier is fair. There's definitely better movement legends. So that's why I would say A tier.
Our next legend on our list, we got Bloodhound. This one's gonna be kind of controversial.
Bloodhound is great. His ult is really good. As far as movement goes, I want to say A tier because he's better than Ashe. The only downside is it's just his ultimate.
But the upside is the ultimate makes him literally the fastest legend in the game. Especially with the White Raven as well. I don't know if you mentioned the White Raven. You can charge the ultimate with the White Raven. You can actually get every 100 meters, 150 meters or so. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, in the comments. You can get another White Raven. I think it charges 20% every time you pick one up. So if you're going around and you're picking up the White Raven, you could potentially have unlimited ult. It's kind of insane. I think I'm going to put him in S tier. This is actually not how I thought this was going to go. We got Bangalore in A and Bloodhound in S. So the next legend we got is Catalyst. For all you Catalyst mains out here, I'm just going to go ahead and put her in a correct position. The next one in here is Caustic. Personally, I'm just going to put him in D tier as well.
Yep.
I think with those two legends being mentioned, I think I'm going to move Ballistic up to C.
Yeah, I like that. He doesn't belong in that list with them.
With those people. Our next one on the list is our old boy Crypto with his drone.
Are we rating his drone or Crypto?
I think I'm gonna put him there with Ballistic.
Nah, I think he's B tier personally, but
you think I'm giving him too much respect?
Yeah.
All right, Crypto.
I mean,
you are a badass character,
list.
but we're gonna be honest here. Fuse.
There's no movement with them.
Definitely gonna be at the bottom of the barrel in terms of movement. Speaking of bottom of the barrel, we got Gibby.
That's an easy D tier.
You know what? I'm gonna put Gibby at the top of D tier. So our next movement legend is going to be Ryzen.
Easy S tier.
Yeah, easy S tier. Just because of her passive, you can drop off anything. I was maining Ryzen for probably 3 weeks. Oh my god, the clips that you can get just by dropping off the top of a building or dropping off the top of your queue, or you can pull off some pretty insane plays. Ryzen's definitely an easy S tier legend in terms of movement. Lifeline. For all you Lifeline mains out there, I apologize. We're just gonna slap her in low D tier for sure.
Agreed.
Everybody's favorite, Loba. Where are we putting her? I think, personally, I'm gonna put her after Bangalore in A tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say she belongs in A tier for sure.
The wristband, you can make some pretty crazy plays. There's a lot of spots, especially on Olympus, that you can throw up into like cracks in the building, or like you can catch up to your teammates if they're in the middle of a fight. You can reposition on top of a building quickly if you down one, right? And you can just keep firing on the other ones. There's a lot of different plays that you can make with Loba that I think you can't really make with any other legend. Our next legend that we got on the list is Mad Maggie. This is actually going to be a pretty interesting one to rank because one of her perks for her ultimate is literally faster movement.
And also the passive, which is
with the shotguns as well, yeah.
Right.
Basically, I think it's you pick up a shotgun and you have like same movement as you would holstered, right?
Yep.
I think I'm also going to put her in A tier, but right below Loba. For our next legend, we got Mirage. I think we're going to put him in B tier with Ashe. Ooh, Newcastle. There's only really one thing that Newcastle can do, but the one thing is super overpowered. I'm talking about his wall. You can jump so far with his wall. Personally, my buddy Mason, he runs Newcastle in ranked, and I've seen him make some insane plays just looking up and using his wall and like placing it on top of somewhere where nobody else can get to, and then just playing the wall and winning games and stuff like that. So I think B tier, top of B tier would be because Ashe has kind of the same ability, but Newcastle can quite literally put a wall down to protect himself, and they can't follow it, you know? Our next legend that we got, though, we got Octane.
That's definitely D tier. Yeah, terrible movement.
Horrible movement. He's the slowest legend in I think top of S tier is just what Octane deserves.
Yeah, for sure.
You got his jump pad. You can list off any Lemonhead clip that can tell you why Octane is the best movement legend in the game. You know what I mean?
That's really, quite literally, the only thing he brings to the table. It's just movement. His
movement. That's correct. Because you use his stim and you lose health. Use his jump pad. Like the only thing you're getting out of that is quite literally just flying extremely fast through the air. We absolutely love Octane. He's really good for 1v1s. He's really good for making people just look absolutely stupid. Our next legend, as we move forward, is Pathfinder. Pathfinder, I think, is one of the most underrated movement legends in the game.
A little of a skill gap with him because you can't just go in and like just grapple something, and there's different little techniques to get good grapples and this, that, and the other. I think he's as far as movement goes, great legend. 100%
S tier. I think I'm gonna put him above Horizon. All right, moving on. We got Rampart. I think in terms of movement, she's pretty terrible. I'm gonna put her, just because she has a smaller hitbox than Caustic, I think I'm gonna put her above Caustic in D tier. We have everybody's favorite narcissist, Revenant. Honestly, it's pretty tough because his climbing can quite literally get you to places where other people can't get to. I took him into the range and literally climbed everything in the range. There's nothing he can't climb in the range. Even the tall wall, you'll go out of bounds before you're able to stop climbing. So I think I'm gonna put him in A tier. Moving on from Revenant, we have Seer.
Probably C tier because his Q can stun people. So I mean, you're not necessarily getting any movement benefits, but you're creating,
movement
you're
disadvantages.
Stunning. Right. You're taking away movement from the other team. So that's the only reason why I would put him in C tier.
Yeah, I think I'd put him because we put Ballistic in that category specifically for that reason, for inhibiting like the abilities of other players.
Yeah.
He has like the same thing as Ballistic, but it's actually way more overpowered. Because instead of just not being able to shoot after a certain amount of time, you can't move, you can't use your abilities. So our next legend is Valkyrie, because her jetpack, like in terms of like solo play, is still like pretty useful.
I think A tier behind Bangalore for sure.
Yeah, I think I agree. Anyways, moving on from Valkyrie, we got one of my personal favorite legends, Vantage. With Echo, you can make some pretty insane plays because you can move her, you can move the bat, you can cancel your jump, you can double jump and tap strafe, you can do a lot of pretty crazy stuff out of it that I know a lot of people sleep on. There's actually one YouTuber that I was watching. He's, I think the video title is Destroying Pred Lobbies with Vantage. It only has like 1,000 views, but the dude is going crazy with the Vantage jumps because you can literally like use it every 15 seconds. In my personal opinion, I'm gonna put her above Maggie in A tier because you can get that extra boost, and especially there's this trick. If you throw Echo, and while she's still flying to the spot, you can take Echo's momentum and then double jump off of that. So you can get quite a bit of momentum off of her. The only downfall, actually, I think this downfall is gonna put her behind Maggie. Her hitbox.
She's pretty thick.
For real. Moving on from her, Ree's favorite, Watson. She's a pretty D tier legend in terms of movement. I think D tier right next to Catalyst is pretty fair for her. And the last one, everybody's favorite movement legend.
Big Wraith main guy over here.
I'm gonna put her in S tier in terms of movement because even without the portal, you can still queue. You can queue in like you can reposition, you can catch people off guard, you can run away, you can attack with it, and with the portal you just move so fast, man. Like when you're setting the portals and stuff.
Yeah, the thing is though, there's a delay. So like, I think it goes in like 25% increments because you know your port runs off a percentage. You can play that really well. Like you can, you know, set up behind a rock, like run a certain distance, set up behind a rock. You got like 70%, and get ready to like, I don't know, whatever. Mm-hmm. It gradually increases the farther you go up.
Yeah.
I think she belongs in S tier in front of Bloodhound, so like right behind Octane. But that's me probably being biased. Just the Q can be really nice, but since it recently got nerfed and there's, you know, that delay, it's practically like you're stunning yourself, which can get you killed in gunfights if you're not, you know, careful.
I think with the White Raven and the ability to charge the ult makes Bloodhound so overpowered, man. So I think I'm gonna stick with like putting her right in front of Pathfinder.
That's fair.
Because you can still outplay people like with the portal and with her Q and everything. I think that's a little bit better than Pathfinder and Horizon. But I think Bangalore belongs right here.
Yeah, I agree.
Just because of double time and the smokes. And the smokes come every 25 seconds. And you can store 2 of them. I think this is a pretty solid tier list. What do you think?
I think it's pretty good. I think Vantage is a hot take.
Yeah.
Being in A tier, it's interesting.
If anybody has any discrepancies, you can go ahead and leave a comment. But if you haven't yet, and you haven't clicked off the video yet, you can go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Wavy here, he doesn't post on YouTube, but he does post on TikTok. You can go ahead and give your @Wavy on TikTok.
Nah, don't worry about it. Do me a favor and like the flipping video. Alright, it's not that hard. Just do that.
What he said. That's it for today. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and have a fantastic day. Peace.